Today we are going to be looking at a function called VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a very important function as far as Excel is concerned, and it is used extensively in firms. Whenever you want to look at a particular data and then use that data to fill certain cells in your Excel, you will be using VLOOKUP. For instance, I have some data here. This data basically gives, for a particular university, what credits, if done, classify a student, whether the student is a freshman or a sophomore or a junior or a senior or graduate. For instance, if a student has completed 1 credit or 2 credits or 3 credits up to 30 credits, then that student is classified as a freshman. If a student has done 31, 32, 33 credits or up to 60 credits, he or she is classified as a sophomore, so on and so forth. So I have now some students' information, and I have some credits that some students have done, and I want to classify the student according to this particular table. So that's what I want to do, and I'm going to use a VLOOKUP for that. VLOOKUP function typically looks like this. VLOOKUP. So every function starts with an equal to sign. The function's name is VLOOKUP, and it has 4 arguments. With a close bracket or a close parenthesis. The first argument is what you are trying to look for. In this case, we're going to look for class, and we're going to use the credits. So I want to put this value of the credits here. So the value is going to be E3, because E3 contains 61 credits. I want to find the class for the 61 credits. So that's why the 61 is here. That's why I put E3. The second is the data table. This is the data table that I have. So I'm going to use the name of the data table. How I'm going to do is I'm going to click on credits and highlight this whole data table, including credits and class. When I do that, I can see here already I have typed class. If you see H1 or H2 or something like that, it's actually H2, you will see, then all you need to do is type CLASS with a capital C. CLASS is a class, and that's what you can type your name there also. But whatever you type here should be written here. So since I typed class, I'm going to write CLASS, because that is my data table. So I'm going to write the name of the data table. The reason I'm doing this is because when I do this and name it, when I highlight this and name it as class, this whole thing becomes an absolute reference. It becomes an absolute reference. Okay? And that is the reason I'm putting class. The third argument is, where is your answer? And which column is your answer in? The first column is credits in your data table. The second column is class. So second column gives you the answer. So you want to put 2 here. 2 as your, that is second column. 2. The second column gives you the answer. That's what you want to put a 2. Then the fourth argument is whether it is true or false. Okay. You can type false here if you're going to have an exact match. What I mean by exact match is If I want to find somebody's name, Ganesh, then it is an exact match. It has to match the spelling, Ganesh. That is an exact match. But in this case, I'm finding something 61, which is in between 30 and 60 or 60 and 90. All right? So it's not an exact match. So here I'm going to type true. Since it is not an exact match, I'm going to type 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this cell. I'm going to type equal to VLOOKUP, open parenthesis, and I'm going to click on 61, which is 61, which is, oops, sorry. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see it. So equal to VLOOKUP, and then click on this cell, which is E3, comma. Then I'm going to type the name of my data table, which is class, comma. And I'm going to have, what you're having here is the second column. So I'm going to type true, comma. And I'm going to type true because it is not an exact match. So now I'm going to have a close parenthesis and I hit enter. So now I have junior. Now I can happily copy and paste by pulling the numbers, and now I have junior, freshman, everything else. Okay, and that's how you do VLOOKUP. Okay, that's pretty simple, but you need to understand how to do VLOOKUP. This is for the VLOOKUP, and I hope to see you in class next time.